Hello everyone, Crazy Busy Mama here. Wanted to take a moment and show you my planner. I've been watching a lot of planner videos and there's some great ones out there. Oh, you ladies are so creative and I love it. I have been using the Franklin system for, gosh, probably 20 something years since college. I love the Franklin system. It works very, very well for me. I'm incredibly busy. I am a realtor as well as a loan officer and property manager. I do work at an outside company as well as do some work from home. My husband owns his own business and we are on the go all the time. So I wanted to show you my planner. It's not as pretty foo-foo-y as a lot of planners out there, just because it is a working planner. Not that that's bad. You guys are just amazing. But I hope that there's some cool tricks and ideas in here that maybe will work for you. I know I've picked up a couple. And so this is my planner. It is the classic size for Franklin, which is A5. I love this size. I make a lot of my own inserts and it makes it so easy. I do a lot of my designs in Publisher, Microsoft Publisher. You just print it out, cut it in half, hole punch it, and voila. Here it is. This one is an 1.5" ring size. I have to have that big to get everything in here I want in here. I had stuff in a home planner, which I still have my home planner, my household planner, that I keep things in, but I found myself carrying my home planner because I work 10, 11-hour days at the office, and you know, if I have a little break between calls and want to work on something personal, then I wouldn't have that planner. And when I'm home, especially during the week, I don't want to have to run into my home office and do stuff. I like to spend some time with my boys. So this is it. It's a snap closure. I like the snap closure versus the zip because the zip makes it so much bigger. But I ordered this off eBay because I needed the 1.5" rings and I just couldn't find what I was looking for on the Franklin Covey website. But it is a Franklin planner. It's one of their older models. Snap closure. We open it up here, and in the front cover, I don't keep a huge lot in the front or back just because of bulk. I want to be able to get it closed and keep the stuff in here that I need to keep. So I have just my business cards. I have my husband's business cards. He is a property maintenance guy as well as a home inspector. So our business works really well together. And so I always keep some of his business cards in here, my business cards. Just a little bit of sticky notes. My Minion stickers, I like the Minions. You'll see throughout here that I have quite a mix of all kinds of stuff just because I like all kinds of stuff and it fits me. I have some extra stickers here of the Minions that I like. And I try and put a little Minion sticker on each day. They just make me smile. This is the page lifter. Highly recommend these. These are awesome. They just keep all your pages in place. When you're opening and closing it, they just slide, and that makes it, protects your pages a little bit. I threw a sticker on here. I love these full sheet stickers. I make a lot of them. I just go to the few Staples or whatnot and get their full page stickers, print out what I want, cut around them, and you'll see these throughout. And this one that I really like back here, my little alien. I like aliens. This is just a little magnetic clip, so I just keep a little bit of extra right here. On the inside cover of this, and of course I've covered up personal information here, I have just a few little sticky notes. I use these a lot. I have a home scrapbook that I'm going to do a video on because I think it turned out really nice, very quick, easy to do scrapbook. And so what I will do is write a little fun note of something that happened that I want to keep track of, put it on that day, and then And when I go to do my home scrapbook, I just pull out those stickers and got them in there and can write about that day. It's kind of a scrapbook journal thing. Excuse me. Some sticky notes. I use these sticky notes a lot. You'll see those in there. I use this to track when I have a closing and when a due diligence or inspection period for real estate is due. And I use the stickies because in real estate they move around, and you'll see that. I use these for appointments that are not set in stone, so I can move them around. And I just made these. We have an excellent paper cutter here at work, and so I took one of these and cut it in quarters, making these. So if you turn this way, I can get 4 out of this, and it works perfectly. Plus I get 4 times as many little flags out of one little sticky note. So just some personal stuff here, some pictures of my beautiful boys, some stamps. Just a little pocket. This is a pocket I'm really proud of. You know, every now and again you do something and you're like, oh, dang, that turned out cool. Not that I'm tooting my own horn, but I really quite like this. This is just a pouch, just like this one. And I went on Pinterest, and whoever's picture this is on Pinterest, it's beautiful. I love it. And so I just measured from here to here and here to here and did it in Publisher, and then just put the sticker on the front and the back. And then nobody can really see what's in here. It's kind of, I keep just a little bit of money. I don't carry a lot of money, but a couple bucks, and that way nobody can see it, and it doesn't raise any flags. I don't want my planner stolen because this is my life, and you'd be hard pressed to steal it anyway because it's always with me. But it just kind of protects it, and I thought it turned out just really quite neat. So that's what one of my projects was. This was a quote I liked. I'm kind of a glass is always half full type of a person, and this just quote fit me. I thought it was great. My husband and one of my sons are Tauruses, and I think this helps them. And then on the back, just some more sticky notes that I do use quite a bit. I used another page lift here to separate kind of my plastic from the rest of my binder, and then I put a little clear plastic thing here. This is just report cover, and I just cut it down to fit, and it works really well and just kind of keeps those nice laying flat there. My personal information, I do use washi tape. I love washi tape. I only came aware of it in the past year. You know, I kind of got out of scrapbooking. I've always used my planner, but I kind of got out of scrapbooking for a while just for time's sake. And one thing I love about the washi is it protects those edges. So you can see this is starting to fray just a little bit, but the washi tape keeps it so it doesn't. And so anything that you have to keep for a long time, I highly recommend putting washi tape on it just to keep it protected. These I got from Franklin Covey, of course. They're just a little bit shorter than your regular pages, but I track everything that happens. I use the day on 2 pages here, and so I write down every person that calls me, which is another reason I use a paper planner. I've tried to use the electronic, but if I'm on my phone, it's hard to take notes on my phone because it's at my ear. Yes, I have an earpiece. Unfortunately, I always forget to charge it and carry it around, and it just annoys me hanging on my ear all the time. And so this works better. Things tend to get lost for me electronically, whereas here I can see it, touch it, feel it. And I really am one of those people that I like the way paper feels when you've written all over it, that ridgy feel. So I write down, you know, everybody that calls me, whether it's a pre-qual for a loan, an inspector, a realtor, calling in regards to one of my properties, and I track all that stuff. And so some days I need extra space, and I just use those little pages right here. and just throw one in. I only keep a few in here, just for ease of use. I've got my big storage binder that I keep all my extra stuff in, and that works well. This is the past and future calendar. Again, washi taped it. These are little stickers that I made from the Avery 5418. They're little tiny sticker sheets. You'll see some back here. And you just print out what you want, and it'll print out a full page of them. They are wonderful. They're one of my favorite things to use because I can just quickly print out a little page, and then I think this looks cool. The bad thing is, if you ever need to go back and look at something, you've covered it up. But, you know, we've got so many calendars, and you know, even in my phone, I can go back and look and see what a date was. But I just like the progress it makes when it's done. Holidays, that's a good little reference. This is my personal stuff. This is, again, another little calendar I just made out of Publisher, and I'm going to put links to a lot of this stuff. I'm putting them on Etsy, you know, real cheap. You can do a digital download for $1 or something like that. But I use this one to track my sick days, vacation days, and then days that my office is closed. And so you can see March and April, I had some sick days. We got stomach flu and some other things, but it was fun. But it's just days that my office is closed, so I know, especially when I'm planning a vacation and go, oh, we're closed here. Do I want to take these 3 days off for Thanksgiving? You know, I get so many vacation days a year. I know how many I've used. I've used 2 so far this year. And we have a family reunion, so I'll use 2 more there. But I can kind of see what's going on or what days I want to take off, and that way I don't go, oh crap, I'm out of vacation days. Same thing with sick days. You know, what have I used? And of course, you don't plan your sick days, hopefully. Then we get into the actual calendar, and excuse me, a little spring cold, I think. This is, you can see my mileage log. This is just the front flap of the Day on 2 Pages calendar that comes with Franklin, and I use it for a mileage log. My company is wonderful, and they do reimburse me for all of my miles, and so I just track my month summary here. I track the daily stuff, just down here. Each day I'll just write down any miles that I spent. You know, some months, like this month, I've hardly driven anywhere. Last month was huge. We had a property that, unfortunately, you know, sometimes we do have to foreclose or evict, but I had a property about 2 hours away, and so last month I spent a lot of time getting that taken care of. So I track them all, you know, record them every day, and then at the end of the month I just put them in here, and then I can turn this, and I do type it up on a spreadsheet and just turn it in for reimbursement. But this makes it really easy to track. Month on 2 days spread. This is great. I did make a little thing here, and you can see it hangs over the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. Just a little plastic. Again, this is a report cover. I just took a template, used one that I had gotten from Franklin Covey. I tried using these ones from Franklin Covey. They're great, but they're just pretty thick, and then they didn't stick out the bottom. And when I'm at my desk, you know, my planner's sitting here, and I use a lot of this bottom stuff just because, just the angle, you know, versus, oh, where is that up here? I do have top tabs as well, but I use this. So I just took this and made a template on the top, and then turned it around and made a template on the bottom and cut it out. And it's backwards from what they had, but I quite actually like that. I put some washi tape on the edge just to make it prettier. This one I did not cover in packaging tape. When I get to my daily one, here, because I use it every day. The first one I made was lifting really a lot because it's just washi tape, and that in and out and in and out caused the washi tape to lift. So I made a new one and covered it just with packaging tape. And I don't know if you can see that line right there where that packaging tape is, but it just gave it a little bit more support, and now it doesn't lift around these rings when you pull it in and out. So I do a little bit of decorating, not a huge amount. You know, it is a working planner, but at the same time it doesn't have to be boring because I do a working planner. So I just put a little bit of foo-foo on it. Nothing compared to some of you gals out there that are just amazing. Some of those I go like, oh my gosh, those works of art. I use a lot of those 5418 stickers. Again, I've got them in here. My son did not have school that day, so I just got a little school bus with the line through it. I have my paydays, my bills. I have my house, my MasterCard, and my car payment, insurance. Those are pretty much my bills. We're on a trying to get out of debt system, although I did just buy this car as a little treat for me. I'd had my previous car for like 8.5 years, and it was time. So that's my new big goal, to get that paid off. My MasterCard, you know, we pretty much, I don't really use it. I hate bills, and so we try to pay cash for as much as we can, just because I hate those monthly bills. I do my shopping twice a month. That hasn't been working so well, but I'm trying to do twice a month, and we'll get into that in meal planning, and then little happy birthday stickers to people. Now, I told you I used the sticky notes. So these are closings that, you know, I have on the blue, and then I didn't cover them up because it's just a name or a property street. So I thought we were okay there. But as in real estate, you know, things can get moved around a lot. And so if a closing's getting moved, I can just pull off the sticky, put it on the new date, and I can kind of keep track of what's going on. We had to go, that's that property out of 2 hours away. So I put the little car one, I got her on Etsy, and I think she's cute. So, but again, these 5418 stickers, love them. I can just print out a whole page, and there we go. It's my month. My master task list for the month, where things I want to get done this month. It's been a crazy busy month, so I just trying to get all these taken care of, and I really don't have any for this month, but I did find this little minion sticker, and I actually made him. I just cut him out, put him on here, and he's cute. I like the little clipboard. At the end of the month, I track all the pre-quals and people who called on a property, and then I have a kind of can see from month to month, am I getting this many calls, am I getting a full sheet of calls, and it's just a really good what happened with them, how many applications. It's also a really good quick glance going, oh, what happened to him, how come he hasn't called me back, and then I can go to that date and got all his information, and I can follow up with him. I haven't decided what I was going to use. I was using this for pre-quals, but in March I got too many, and I'm like, well, that doesn't work, so I just put them on their own page. Month on 2 pages, I did cover up because I have a lot of confidential information. Confidentiality is very important to me, and so I just covered up confidential information. I do put a little bit of washi tape on them just to make them pretty. I put my to-do list here. Everything, you'll see a lot of blue. That's this pen over here. Anything work-related is in blue. Anything personal is in this purple. And I start any personal to-dos from the bottom up. So they could technically meet, but generally they don't. Any appointments that I have. And then again over here is where I track everything that happens as far as phone calls. You know, if they're pre-quals, properties, realtors, anything like that. So I have them right here, and I've used this system for a long time, and it works great for me. You know, if there's a property and I'm price changing it, I can see, you know, go back and say, hey, we've price changed that, you know, is your buyer now interested, blah, 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 or, oh, crap, who was that guy that called? I've just made it a habit. First thing I do, write down their name and number and what they're calling for, and then can go from there. I love the day on 2 pages, of course, because of all this information. It does make the planner pretty thick, but it is what it is. Here's a day. Oh, you'll see up here there's a calendar. And this was just kind of a neat space, but really doesn't do any good. I've got calendars everywhere, as I've said. And so what I did was I just recently made these stickers and just put up here. And on the menu tonight, I've got a menu plan back here, but this, I can at least, you know, glance at it and go, okay, we're having this for dinner. So most of the time I try and bring my lunch, but just in case, I can go, okay, I don't want to have chicken for lunch because we're having chicken for dinner. Or something to that effect. You know, Taco Tuesdays. I don't want to go get a taco for lunch and we're having tacos that night. Really like this. Just covers up that little calendar thing nicely. I do track my water. I'm really good with water. You can see my water glass up there. Always have water. And there's some personal things that I had. And this particular day was a day that I had to have an extra sheet of paper in here to keep going on. It was a busy day. And so I made the washi, went back and added the washi tape to make it match with the day. And then I have it moved for today. So here's today's list. As you can see, it's early in the morning. And so I haven't put my menu on. And just getting started with my day. I haven't put a minion on here yet. This is that daily thing that I made. On the front, it's got my to-do list. This is just a sticky note. Little quote on the back. I have just another sticker I made, the minions. They just crack me up. And then my color code system, and you can see here all the different things that I color code, and then anything purple throughout is just me personally. So again, my purple pen, and that way I can just, it's either blue or purple. If it's blue, it's business. If it's purple, it's personal. And really easy, quick to use. I keep my highlighters are all right there, and go through and use that. So May, you can see I've done a little bit of decorating. Mostly just have the important things in there. June, I don't know if I like June. I get a little out of control with these stickers, but I love these owls. That's my new favorite thing, is these owls. And so I think that's as far as I decorated. Easy peasy. From the calendar, we go to my tabs. And I've got a lot of them, as you can see. These I got from Franklin Covey, and they just pop in and out. They have a pocket on the front and a pocket on the back. Top tabbed, and this is my meal planning. And quick, easy to use. I do have a little tab down here at the bottom just from a sticky. I put Scotch tape over it just to help reinforce it a little bit, because I do use it quite a bit. Keep some coupons in here. I used to coupon, had a big coupon binder, but most of the stores around here got rid of double coupons, and they just do them occasionally, so I don't coupon as much as I used to. I more price match now. I just made this little calendar in Publisher. As you can see, these are things I'm planning on making, and then I wonder why that's going. Fridays, my son likes to play cards, and so I usually leave Fridays open because he and I will just grab something on our way down there. And, or if he doesn't play cards, this is kind of our out to eat night. But, you know, at the end of the day, I can pull this off and I just put it on the next month. We're very, very picky eaters, and so we it just makes it easy, and I can change these around if I want something different, but I don't have to replan a monthly meal every single month. We know what we like, and you know, we'll switch it up a little bit, but for the most part, that's what we eat. These I love. I made these, my shopping list. So it's just broke down into some basic categories. And as you can see, I've got a few things on there that I need to get just off, you know, when I go next time, I can just throw them in there. This little C, if you can see that here, is if I have a coupon. And so I just mark next to it so I can remember to use that coupon. And then on the back, I have my price matching. Yes, I shop at Walmart, which price matches. Love that aspect. So I just write the item and size, the store, and the price. And then when I go to Walmart, boom, there it all is. What I like to do, and generally do, is use my little sticky notes, and I just write that price and stick it on the item, and that way that when the checker rings it up, she already knows there's a little price match, and I've had a huge response to that. The checkers just love it. It gets me through the line quicker, and I don't like to hold up people in line, so it works. Down here I have some additional space, and I usually write items that maybe I have a coupon for. So like over here, maybe I have on my list to get toilet paper, and then I have a specific coupon for Quilted Northern. And so just kind of a reminder. And I just keep a couple of those in here. This next section is oils. I do my Young Living Essential Oils. Love my Young Living oils. We use them a lot. Excuse me. And I didn't use the big thing with the pocket here. I had it in here, but it really was too bulky because I don't really have anything to put in there. So I just switched it out to, again, another report cover and just use that as a template. These are some things I printed off Pinterest, just some references, and then I made me an inventory. I just printed this one out again because I just put in a big order. When it comes, I need to re-inventory. I try to re-inventory every 2 to 3 months, just so I know what I've got on hand. I do have people that buy them from me, and so I put the price so I could quickly tell them how much that oil is going to be, and then I know if I have any on stock or if I need to go order them. The yellow are oils that we use a lot, and so I want to make sure that I have plenty on hand. The nice thing with the oils, they don't expire, except for the citrusy ones, grapefruit, lemon. Those ones will expire, but the rest will not, so it doesn't hurt. We love this Digize. We all have bad stomachs, and we use that a lot. So it just keeps me organized, and then when I go to reorder, I can go, oh look, I'm getting low on this one, and reorder it. Bucket list, again, I didn't really need a pocket, so I made just a protector, or a report cover. I have a whole board on Pinterest on bucket list, but I just printed out a few because it's fun to look at them. You know, if I'm on the phone, I can just glance at them or whatnot. I like the date ideas. So I don't have a huge amount in here, but just a little bit, just kind of for my own personal entertainment. I did print out a map of North America. These are all the places that I have been. And then some place, you know, I still have a few states left to visit. I do want to travel more, and so I did Europe and South America as well. One day I'll be able to put some stickers on there, a couple extra sheets of paper. My next tab is Reiki. I am learning Reiki, and so I did leave this one as a folder so I could put some cards or whatnot in there, and again some reference stuff off of Pinterest, and then some note pages. My last category in here is my budget. I printed out a blank budget just to show you guys so I didn't have to cover everything up. This is some quotes from Dave Ramsey. I like his system a lot. I have finances as my last tab, meals as my first. I use these two the most, and so that made sense to me. So I didn't have to go, you know, they're just right there. Pocket, I keep all my receipts in here. And again, I made all these. So I have my little budget, and these are my monthly expenses, including utilities, and when I paid them, the actual amount, the date paid, and the account they came from, and that way I can just quickly look and go, oh crap, I haven't paid, you know, this month yet. I need to get that paid. I have a magnetic clip up here because my husband's income, again, he's self-employed, so we can track who all paid him what. But on the check register, there's 2 pages, and then I can just clip them together. Just a quick check register, and then I have, this is kind of my version of the envelope system. Again, I don't carry a lot of cash, and so I can just write in, you know, this is our budget. This includes all of school lunches. This includes my lunches. This includes, oh gosh, my husband, when he's out in the field, likes, you know, bottled waters and things like that. So this includes all of that in there. And I can just write and go, you know, it's getting towards the end of the month. Can't spend anymore. Same thing with dining out, entertainment. There's like Netflix, movie rentals, if we go to a movie. You know, I don't have a lot of debt, and so, you know, we're not trying to, we gotta have some entertainment. So this is just different things, and then I can track business expenses, and this is perfect for our home business, or my husband's business. At the end of the month, I just take this out, I put it on my big spreadsheet in the home binder, and I've got all my receipts and everything for the month, so when taxes come, I can just take all those spreadsheets and turn them over to the accountant. And then we get into my side tabs here, and there's 12 of them. These came from, again, Franklin Covey. They came very plain white like this, and so I used washi tape and printed out some information, or some clip art and different things like that, just to make them prettier. And on the back of every one, there's a pretty picture. There was an information sheet that came with Franklin, and it had so much information that really didn't pertain to us. We don't have passports, we don't have frequent flyer stuff. So I just redid it and for stuff that is important to us, and filled that out. Just added this one. It's a medical record. I figured one for each of us, and I have not filled them out yet, but my husband does have some medication he takes, and so that way I know what it is. You know, I've had a couple surgeries, you know, C-sections and things like that, and then of course my boys. Just a quick reference. Birthdays, I only track, this one's bottom tagged, I only track immediate family, my brothers and sisters and their kids, and my aunts and uncles. I am blessed with a huge family, and so I can't keep track of everybody. So I just do immediate family in here. And then my passwords. I use this a lot, and it's tabbed. I have my personal passwords for my accounts and things like that. I have my business passwords for my real estate license, my loan officer license, the schools that I do my continuing ed, all that fun stuff for business, because no matter who I work for, I'm still a realtor, I'm still a loan officer. These are the company passwords for the company I currently work for, and company information stuff, and so I use this section a lot. Quick reference and shortcuts. This is company information with people we use a lot, contractors, things like that. Yes, I have them all in my phone. If you looked at my phone, you would see that I have thousands of contacts in there. And sometimes I just can't remember who was that plumber in that one city, but now I've got it here. Who was that guy that did that? You know, so I've got them in here, and just as a quick reference. This is our preferred title company we use, and their 4 main offices that we use. And when you're filling out contracts or loan docs, I can just look here instead of looking up their address and phone numbers and all that stuff every time. Rate sheet for title insurance. So when I'm quoting on a loan, I kind of know what I'm quoting. And then these came with the Franklin, just some general numbers and information. My to-do list, I thought this one turned out really cute. I just printed these off of Pinterest or the internet or something, stuck them on there, and I have some fun lists in here. These are things I need to get done. You know, it's April, I gotta get my garden prepped. We're moving my craft room, different things like that. Stickers I want to make. I just got a Cricut Air, and so these are some different stickers I want to make for this. And then these are some sheets I need to make. You know, obviously I haven't made anything for YouTube or Etsy account yet, and I need to get those done. So I just throw them on here because they're quick. Books to read. This is one I made. When I get the book, I mark an X to it. When I've read it, I'll just cross it off. And I used to read a ton, but now I just don't have time. My wish list, Cricut Air. I have that now, so I crossed it off. Movies I need. I will probably do a video on my movies. I organized them. I took them all out of those little plastic cases, put them in binders with the little movie sleeves in them. And we travel a lot with work, you know, going to this property, that property, and that way the boys can just grab a binder and they've got movies to watch. And it makes it really easy, plus it takes up so much less space. Excuse me. My binders take up a shelf, whereas all those movies just took up shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves. But I'm an OCD enough that I hate not having a complete series. You know, 2 movies out of the 3 drives me nuts. So I'm getting ready to do another inventory, so I printed out some blank ones and just kind of write down what movies I need, and that way when I'm in the store, you know, they have those $5 bins, I can just pick them up. Projects, this one is work. I have, you know, different things going on. So this is, you know, loan I'm working on. It's just a quick check sheet. So at the end of the day when I'm planning for the next day, or in the morning when I'm planning for the day, I can quickly look and go, okay, I still need to get that and that and that done. And I have one for loans. I have one for properties I manage. You know, do we need to get it grass cut, locked, winterized, trash out, repaired, you know, kind of a list there. And then I have listings that are in process. These are actually, I've got offers on. Then I'm working the offer, and I don't put every listing in here. It would be huge. These ones are tabbed up here. These ones back here are my big projects. You can see I've got 5 big ones. These are kind of more $1 million or so, couple $1 million projects. And there's just kind of a generic project sheet. You know, if you're buying or doing a loan on an apartment complex, you'll need rent rolls and things like that, versus developing a little sub, you know, with a few lots. You'll need environmentals and plats and engineering. And so I don't really have a set checklist here. I just have, you know, what is it that we need to get done, and then I can check them off. Household, this really, I'm lucky. My husband is awesome with the house. And so I just printed out a few things from Pinterest. I do like this declutter thing. I have been working through that. And just an extra page here. My house does tend to suffer a little bit, because when I am home, I'd rather be playing with my boys than scrubbing down my house. But we're not pigs by any means, but there's always something that can be done there. Health, I'm going to get past some of this personal stuff. I used this previously, loved it. I'm getting ready to go back on my diet. And so I put one of these in here to remind me I've got to gear up and make the choice, and then I will get it done. So when I do, I'll put more of these in here. I tried the weekly ones, just didn't like it. This I've used. It works great. I can track everything with it. And yeah. Last one, or next one here is topics. Don't laugh. I'm kind of an X-Files girl, question everything. And so these are just topics that interest me. I find funny. I find interesting. I find, so I read a lot. We watch a lot of YouTube. Of course, with boys, I have to have Bigfoot, Reiki, some different things there. And then I write down some things that I want to do some more research. Oh, what was that? Yeah, I write it down. So I've got it. Boys, I have 2 boys. So this is kind of, we get a lot of Spider-Man and monsters and aliens and robots and everything else, which is fun. It's a blast. I don't know what I would do with girls almost. So this is for them. This is just a little sheet that a coworker gave me from her daycare that her son goes to, and I thought it was really cool. Just some different things you can do with the boys, and so I kept it in there for something fun, and if there's something important for school or things like that, I'll keep it in here. Random thoughts, ideas, brain dump, just to have. I do use this. I took out a lot of the personal stuff for this video, just a spot to, you know, thoughts, kind of like a journal, but not really that structured, just kind of more a place to write things. I made this paper off of Publisher. You know, it's just a text box with a fancy border and a little picture, and just printed it on both sides, cut it in half, hole punched it, and it works. My last 2 I'm just adding YouTube for this video and some other videos I want to do. And then Etsy, I'm going to put some of the stuff in Etsy. I haven't made anything there yet. I probably will. I've got spots for them. And of course my last one is just some paper for it. Nothing fancy. And then my last tab is my holiday tab. I have made the holiday stuff. I took out all the old and I need to get the new put in. I Christmas shop all year round when there's a good sale, or if the boys mention something that they really want, I can write it down, and I just haven't put that back in here yet. I need to get that done. And then a little pocket here, just with some of those stickers. You know, these are only stickers I use a lot, just because of bulk. So if I don't use it a lot, it doesn't go in here. There's that Avery 5418, and I just did the little school bus and printed them out, and there they are. There's the birthday one back there. And then another page lift, and I just put some pictures from Pinterest on there. There's pockets back here again. I don't really use them a lot, just for bulk. That's a check I wrote, so I gotta get that in my finances. Little catalog, it was only a couple pages thick, and it's got a coupon on it, so I kept it, and then my account history. So that's my planner. Again, those page lifters work really well, and it's just plain on the front and the back. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was long. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff in there. If you have any comments or questions, I'd love to read them, and I'll be doing some more videos on just things, tips and tricks that I do. This one's planner. I've got my little scrapbook journal one that I'll do. Some tips around the house with being so busy, dinners. I've got some quick and easy dinners, some food storage, and things like that that just seem to make life easier for us. Thank you again. Look forward to your comments.